any other special Warped Tour memories that jump out to you from over the years playing this?
Even before we started playing it, we were in high school and we were, just trying to sneak in, trying to, get backstage and meet the bands and stuff like that. So I remember discovering so many bands because of the Warped Tour. I mean, Yellow Card, I saw them live for the first time. I saw the Matches for the first time. Story of the Year doing like backflips and stuff and being like, these guys are insane. This is amazing.
First time we ever got to really like hang out with Kevin Lyman was, are you familiar with the game Can Jam, the Frisbee game?
We've always been part of the Warped Tour scene, but we've always been kind of like that in-between band because we've played on pop radio, but we also had a foot in the punk rock world and all that.
Kevin was just walking around, he just stopped and started playing with us, and I thought, this is so rad. Like a guy who has so much going on all day long and is like the most in-demand person on this tour, stopped to play Can Jam with us.
And then in 2011 when we came back, we were finally cool. Like people were coming out to check us out, and I was like, man, this Warped Tour is great.
All of the great memories are bus disaster memories because we've had quite a few bus disasters.
Paramore had come out, I love all the kids in Paramore, but they came back from Mexico, and they were doing a week or two of the run. And they had brought back this hot sauce that you had to like sign a contract for.
And everybody sees the bus and goes, oh, that must be so awesome, which it is. I'm not going to say that it isn't. But they all break. They all break. We had to put a transmission on a bus during a Warped Tour. We had tires blow. We've caught on fire. Oh, it's awesome.
One of the guys in the band had taken it from Jeremy and just like took a huge chug. And this is one of those things that you dip the end of your toothpick in and then it ruins your life forever. Yes. He did that, ended up passing out. We were like dumping milk on him. Like it was a roller coaster because like, dang, this kid's awesome. Look at what oh my God, this is horrible. And you're like, it went so bad so fast.
Yeah, I mean, well, the first one we did, that was just the special in itself, but we got to share a bus with Architects, who we became really good friends with, and that was like definitely one of the best tours we've ever done. It was so much fun.
And it's always afterwards as well, out in the parking lots, whether playing frisbees or throwing footballs or having barbecues. It's really awesome.
It's just like, a big school summer camp kind of thing. So yeah, lots of fun, lots of friends, and just so many memories.
I think what stands out for me is we grew up being a band that had a very DIY punk rock mentality. When we weren't on the tour, we couldn't get on the tour. We followed the entire tour in 2008 and sold CDs in the line with iPods and headphones, and we actually sold 10,000 CDs doing that in 2008.
Picture Us started being a thing. We went out with an acoustic guitar and we just sang Speak Softly on repeat and sold CDs. And actually we gave away CDs.
Basically, to come full circle. And then, I remember like 2016, we're playing in Chicago or wherever we were, Detroit, and remembering the venue and looking out and remembering that, I remember being over in that spot, hustling CDs while all these other bands were playing and just dreaming of one day and hoping one day that I would be able to realize that dream. And then coming full circle, being on stage and having the whole crowd respond to our band, it was like it was a real moment for me.
Yeah, I almost cried on day one. Kyle jumped out on the crowd and he hit the last note of our song, and I was just like, I do a lot of the gear maintenance and the PMing and a lot of the TMing as well, and so I'm running all the time, and sometimes I kind of get cold to it all, and I'm just like very methodical and making sure everything works.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it all stopped on the last note of our first set, and I was like, oh God, like we're here in this time and space doing this, and it totally forgot about anything I was working on before. It was in that moment right then. It was really cool.
And for me to go on stage and be like, yo, what's up, we're Chelsea Grin, it's still like in the back of my mind, like, holy fuck, it's like, whoa, this is it. I'm like here at this moment in time, and it's so strange. It's something that's always gonna be there forever, and it's just so cool to see so many people be so positive, and it's overwhelming. It really is overwhelming.
That just being in the crowd, being inspired by what I was seeing going on stage, to then signing our first record deal, and this was one of the first tours we did right out of high school. We came out and did like 2 weeks on the Warped Tour, and it was like getting thrown in the deep end, because this tour is pretty like, it's summer camp and it's also a little bit boot camp, because there's you got to know how to carry yourself here. So we learned fast.
It's such an important part of the scene an important part of my youth growing up and getting me into music and making me want to be in a band. So to see it go is really sad.
There is no traveling festival in the entire world that travels this much.
Because of Warped Tour throughout all those years, so many of the things that have become of the band are a result of Warped Tour being in our lives.
The Warped Tour was like the pinnacle of like coolness for us. So
Such a massive part of our beginnings and establishing our band and getting our music out there to people that didn't know who we were and didn't care. And so, we got to go out there every day and smash people over the head with it. And we made a career out of it, and we learned so much from this tour, from the people that run it, to the way it operates, like you just described. And there's really nothing else like it that I can think of.